Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, I hope you can hear me this time. Um, it seems to be all fixed now. There was an issue with um, the volume or the settings or something. So if you can hear this, let me know. If you can't, then I'm going to have to save up for a new computer. Well, hopefully I won't have to because this one's only a year old. Anyway, and it's an Apple Mac, so it shouldn't be doing all of this in the first place. So I'm doing this video again. I'll try and make it a bit shorter and I'll try and read everything a bit faster. But just briefly going back to Cruella doing her usual shit stirring, excuse my language. I must try not to swear so much. Sorry everyone. Narcissists in general want as many people as possible to tread on eggshells. Now, we can't let people like this win. Her whole aim on her podcast, as we know, was to stir racial tensions from west to east to north to south. And that's how they work. That's how they operate. And as I said before, this is why it's so important that people like that can never, ever get near Congress, Prime Minister roles, anywhere in Parliament, anywhere in the States, political anything, because they are war-mongering harlots. And that's exactly what Markle is. So, let's call for peace. Let's not be divided. And if anything, so far she has achieved the opposite of what she wanted to. She has united South Africa. She has united black and white. So let's please keep it that way. So it looks like now, I found this doing the rounds. I can't see who it's from. I've tried to do a bit of digging, but I can't. But I'll try again. It looks like she's found a new victim already. So if this is true, then it confirms what we feared in the first place. Well, not feared, because that's just typical narcissists, isn't it? While they're married, while they're in some form of relationship with one person, if that person doesn't satisfy them, they will look for another victim. Some narcissists, like I've said before, will leave it a long time, especially if the victim has real benefit to their agenda. Like I said before, someone I know didn't notice anything until 10 years later. That's how violent, like mentally, these narcissists can be. So I'll read through this just briefly. I work in LA. This is anonymous. I work in LA and have some links with SS, among other PR agencies, streaming services, studios, and so on. What has been hush-hush lately is that there is a huge blow-up at the Olive Garden wannabe home, but the husband was kicked out by the wife. They are said to be divorcing and separated for a long time. The Harkles they're talking about. She definitely has a new love interested. It's why she has been in LA so much. The info about her running off to LA to the Beverly Hills Hotel, among others, was not supposed to leak. SS tried to make it out that she was in LA for Spotify. That was why she was in hotels. But my Spotify contacts have said that didn't happen, and that basically had to force her to record it all at Spotify's LA office. And due to the separation, she refused to do it with Harry. She wanted it all for herself. Right, just briefly stop there. This is why she doesn't trot her kids around when she used to go on these royal tours, because it wouldn't be all about her, would it? But to be fair, she may genuinely be doing it for their safety and to not let the noise of the crowds affect them in any way. So I have to be fair, because if I was royal, wherever I was around the world, I don't think I'd allow my babies um, to do a walk and greet with me. I think I'd wait for them to be a little bit older, for them to, to warn them about it in a way to allow them to know the noise, the screams, the shouting, and what's going on. And I think that's more sensible. So let's be fair to her there. She may have done this for either reason. Carrying on. The claims of mental health issues stopping them is somewhat true, but it's down to the divorce, as it's becoming bitter and abusive. Yeah, I can imagine. She will publicly fight for sole custody, but doesn't actually want it. My contact at SS has had some interactions with her and said she's cold, uncaring, and disinterested in the kids when asked. Yeah, typical. Now, as we know, they're her meal tickets. Narcissists will use children as meal tickets, especially if it's a female. Now, in a nice, oh, I was saying it correctly, and then I went all muddled up, didn't I? In a narcissist's head, a female child will be very precious to them, but they can never love it because they don't know how to love. And to be quite honest with you, I feel her pain already. I'll leave it at that. She moved back into the Montecito home for this reason lately. Her PR narrative is quietly saying that she has been left to be a single mother raising 2 kids while her husband is away gallivanting. Yeah, she's going to put everything on Harry, isn't she? That she is struggling with it all. That her mother is worried, so moved in with her. SS do not work for the male Harkle. They work for her and only interested in her. Well, says a lot really, doesn't it? Her new squeeze is well connected, wealthy, white, and easy as they come. Yep. This is what we've been waiting for. And to be quite honest with you, I think it's happened before, but they weren't right for her in her head. So when it comes, well, from what we can gather, when it comes to royal children, according to reports, they belong to the crown if anything was to happen. So with all these witnesses, if push came to shove and the royal family were genuinely really concerned for those two children, they would have to politely go down the mental health route in order to get full custody of them children, because both Harkles are very, very irresponsible. They're not mature enough to have children, let's put it that way. So, I was going to say something else and now I forgot. Sorry everyone, bear with. That's it. Now, with all these witnesses, if push came to shove and there was a court case, these people would have to show their faces in court in order for the royal family to get the kids off that narcissist. Sorry, I was doing well, wasn't I? Anyway, I think for the moment, guys, that's it. But just ending with, let's not all tread on eggshells. Let's keep united. This race war has been going on for far too long now, and it's the likes of the harlot of Montecito that originally caused all these race wars. It's people like that that make a career out of racism, out of a race war, and wars around the world in general. So let's be wise. Let's not get triggered in a way. Let's be wise and let's stay united as one. Now, I don't think Boozy and Co have that much power anymore, especially after this. This alone has destroyed the Sussex squad. And if they pop back up, I'll be very surprised. Then again, they have proved me wrong before, and many other YouTubers. So we just have to do day by day with this one. But on the whole, they wasn't expecting this to happen. Anyway, guys, oh, and then just another thing. I know I can be a bit brutal sometimes, but the nickname for this guy will be called Gold Dug. Thanks for watching, folks. See you later.